This is for experiment 5 supplementary 1. In the first set of lines, we can see the initialization and the float ping time cm and meters in inches. This means that the float means that we can see the decimal in the LCD display. Here we can see the pin modes where we determine if it is an output or an input. And for this loop and the void loop, pin state dictates it identifies the state of the button connected. And here we can see digital right trig pin low, ping time. And here we can see our first else statement when we can see the ping time 2 is in conversion done to get the distance in centimeters, and cm conversion done to get the distance from centimeters to inches. And if else, cm is equal to this cm time. If we press the button, it will convert into meters. This is for supplementary 1. You can see in the LCD display it is in meters, and if I press this button, it will convert into inches. Meters, inches. This is for supplementary 1. You can see in the LCD display it is in meters, and if I press this button, it will convert. This is for experiment 5 supplementary 2. Here we can see the initialization, the void setup where we can see the various pin modes, output and input. Here we can see the void function off, where we turn off all our LEDs off. Void function on, where we can call upon this function to turn all our LEDs on. And this is the setup to set up the various displays that will appear on the LCD. The inches, in centimeters. Here is the code for allowing us to turn the LEDs in different apply logic, and progress will only go through this loop if both expressions are true. Makes the range between 10 and 15. If this is for supplementary 2, if it is 5 inches, 3 LEDs will light up. If it is more than 10, only 2 LEDs will light up. If it is more than 15 inches, 1 LED will light up. If it is more than 20, no LED will light up. We can better show this from the experiment, the actual experiment, which will be here is experiment 5 supplementary 4. We can better show this from the experiment, the actual experiment, which will be as you can see from supplementary 3, we will measure the water from this container. We will measure the level of the container up until here 9.50. As you can see, if I pour the water If I pour the water, the container will go down while the water will increase. So the level of water is 2.85 cm. This is for experiment 5 supplementary 4. Here we can find this initialization of the pins, the float, the delay. Here we can see the void setup where we set up the inputs and outputs. Void on is this, which is the function, void function that we set the LEDs all high, and void off where all LEDs are low. Here we can see the LCD displays, and here are the if loops, and if an object passes through the ultrasonic sensor and is equals to 1, the pin 10 is high, which is equivalent to the BCD of 1. And here we can find if the object passed through the ultrasonic twice, then the LCD equivalent of 2 will light. Here we can see the codes for the BCD, which number will set up. This is for supplementary 4. As you can see, if my hand passes through the sensor, it will increment, and the LED is the BCD equivalent of the count. And if it's 5, AC or fan will be on. And if I continue to count up until 16, the LEDs will be blinking.